flip up and down. Villain stand you round till I'm ready or not. This combo ready to drop 20, 30 damages and cannon hawk smash. I'm a bash. Put him in the trash and call it a match. Let's step up in the portal or get up in game. Dead Winnie the Nelson, so keep it locked and watching. I'm a superhero, always willing to go to blow with crimes to save so many lives. A stud is do or die. Marvel champions, you a champion. I'm champion, we are champions. I'm a superhero, always willing to go to blow with crimes to save so many lives. A stud is do or die. Marvel champions, you a champion. I'm champion, we are champions. They call me Desperate Gaming, he's an animal. Watch him play, expert 2, standard 2. Clowning you, villains with every aspect I choose. Been showing just that they lose when they step in the game. Everyone knows my name. Doctor Strange, who, Spider-Ham, maybe, and Black Widow. On a secret mission to stop the villain. Dance of Death is the main event. Unless I'm Rocket Raccoon.
Right, hi everybody, welcome to Desgry Gaming. I'm Desgry. So I am, my plan is, I really want to try to do a full campaign playthrough with Lord of the Rings Journey in Middle Earth. Originally I did started a stream with 3 heroes, but I don't think it's gonna work trying to do it on stream. 3-handed is a little too difficult, so I think 2-handed with the recommended for solo, which is 2 heroes, is what we want to go with. And I have played it offline 4-handed, and that was actually my best experience because you have multiple heroes to do different tests appropriately compared to others, and you have more abilities that synergizes with each other. So I think all in all the game plays a lot better and higher player counts if I had to, but for the purpose of streaming it, I think it's a lot better to do just 2 characters. So that's what we're gonna roll with. And yeah, so on my offline campaign that I've sort of started playing, 4 heroes. I'm playing Beravor, Legolas, Gimli, and Bilbo. And I think no guys, no, go downstairs, David. No, Joshy, go to the toilet, go to the bathroom. Gosh. I don't know where I was, but yeah, I've made it, I think, to like mission 8, and yeah, I think I went into this game with very low expectations, so I think that is why I'm actually enjoying the game quite a bit. And I know it's not like it's a love or hate, I think, with this game. For the most part, there's a lot of people that dislike it. Different reasons, because of the app, or they don't like the card mechanism. But for what it is, it's like a adventure dungeon crawler slash, you know, it's got a lot of things in it, but I like it, and I'm not even a huge Lord of the Rings type of fan, but I enjoy how that you can replay this game and get a different experience, because there's different things that the app tracks based on your choices. Are you going to help this group of bandits? Are you going to kill them? Are you going to push, you know, are you going to take that item, although that item might have some bad consequences, or it might have a story thing. So there's a lot of different branching paths and consequences when you're playing this game, and that's really cool. I mean, you know, coming from Marvel Champions, you don't really have that at all. And of course, I know Marvel Champions is not this type of game, but yeah, for me this is like different. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. But yeah, let's jump to the map, get into the game here. So yeah, what I've decided to do to kind of showcase the stream here is we have our action cam, which kind of zooms up on like the hero that's like doing stuff, and you can see the models better that I painted. And then you got the app in the top left. I'm not gonna make the app bigger, so I'll just have to read all the text because you guys won't be able to really read it if you're looking at it on your phones. I do have zoom ups for each player board area, so you know, for testing with cards, you can kind of see the icons a little bit better. And then I can quickly just zoom back to the overhead view here, and that's how I think it's pretty good. Now the tricky part is that there's some missions that the journey map gets a little bit big, and that's a little challenge because I'm playing this just on my Marvel mat, which realistically you want like this whole Marvel mat to be the journey map, but we've got our two hero characters here, so well, it's you gotta do a lot of twisting and moving around to get it to work. But so yeah, so really I'm really enjoying the game, and I've tried it on hard just to see how different it is. Yeah, it's definitely more challenge. The way I look at it is you want to play through the campaign the first time on normal, even if you're super good at the game, I believe, because there's a lot of missions where you don't know the plot or what's really going on in the mission until you search and do certain things. So if you were to replay it again, you're not going to waste a lot of inspiration, or you'll be more effective. So I think that's where hard could be a better challenge, since you sort of know how that mission kind of goes, you know what to kind of do. When you're going into blind, I definitely think normal is the way to go. It's more a little bit more forgiving. So in my case, yeah, we're going into normal. And yes, I guess we'll go here. Yeah, so Borovor, I really like the Pathfinder class, and in my opinion, I think she's like one of the best Pathfinders, although Pathfinder is pretty good in any hero spec, but I think she's really awesome with it because she sprints so much. And then I think Legolas is so good because he gets the bow. Now, you can put the bow on a couple other heroes with, you know, Berevar could have the bow if you really wanted her to have the bow. But I like, yeah, I like this team, elf and human, and I'm gonna just do the recommended. I do like each of their recommendeds basically. Let's say born to I don't know, born to, wait, what are we gonna call our party? I really didn't think about that. Right, let's call it the Movers, because since this is very mobile, they are going to be bouncing around the map a lot. So
the shadows grow, though few take notice. The vigilant, the wary, and the old We can feel it, but it is a darkness that rises slowly. It dwells among us, masked and unobtrusive. One must be paranoid to know it's there, to notice, hunt it, and root it out. In recent months, a rash of thefts have swept through Eriador, from the white towers of Emin Beriad to the old ruins of Weathertop. Not 2 weeks past, many of the older treasures of the Shire's Matham House disappeared into the night. The significance of these thefts may seem small, but I sense the shadows in their wake. I fear a sinister and hidden purpose, and so I have called for your aid.
Alright, so I'm just getting my tiles ready to go. Yes, so we're gonna embark here. Alright, so chapter 1. This is actually not an easy mission for new people, actually. But yeah, Shadow in the Eriador. The theft of the Matham House is the talk of the Shire, for seldom do the Shire folk play a role in the larger world, and so these events seem small as a hobbit, but one small fellowship has gathered together to seek out these brigands. So Borvar will be Pathfinder and Hunter. Yeah, I do like the game more with like 4. I think 4 heroes is like a really good the sweet spot for me. 3 or 4 I think is the best player count. Somewhere amid the maze of dark thickets and deep gullies, the band of thieves now hides. Your direction is informed by a set of tracks from 2 days ago, and you can only guess the location of the thieves' lair. All right. 302. So the fog tells us basically how the map is gonna go about. So we want to do probably is yeah, probably like that. Heroes start here. If you cannot locate and enter the hideout by dark, the trail may be altogether lost. Place heroes that indicated each hero scales 2. Alright, so I've shuffled the decks and I get my Way of the Old, which is Baravar's one of our preps. We'll put our weakness on the bottom. I'll put Immortality as a prep. This on the bottom. Alright. A patch of mushrooms fill the area with intoxicating scent. Search token. Another search token. A lone sheep crops the grass with no sign of a larger herd around. 100. Where is 100? There it is. No, this is 101. Okay. It's a little one. Oh, I think it's in the box though. I think I missed it. Oh, oh no, I got it right here. Never mind. Okay, so in a distance, a group of ragtag individuals. I'm just gonna put the token down. Close the door of a stone tomb. Could this be your quarry, the thieves you're looking for? Place a person token as indicated. 203. Let's go 3B. That's gonna be exploration token. Pausing to tighten your boots and adjust your weight of your gear, you take a breath before continuing on. Each hero tests spirit. Okay, so we're testing Borovar, who has a spirit of 3 and 1 success. So these go on the discard, and she gets a token. We're gonna test Legolas. Spirit is 2, and he gets inspiration. All right. Confront the thieves. Action phase. Right. So I think we'll move with Borovar. Patch of mushrooms. So Borovar will Ways of the Old. So we're going to use the sprint ability on that. And that's going to be discarded to move us up 1. Because we have our class prep out, which is the first one that's always out at the start. Before you sprint, gain 1 inspiration. So we go to 2 inspiration. I will then say hello to these thieves. And when I do a sprint or a strike or a hide, you may scout 1. So we're going to scout 1 here, and we get Fateless, which allows me to change fate icons into successes. All right, then we're gonna say hello to these suspicious people. You note the garb mimics that of Brelanders, but their accents are varied. These are not merely local riffraff. You pause and consider what is your best approach. So we could, like, we're basically might 3, wisdom 3, agility 3. Our wit's not very good. So well met friends, I probably don't want to do because I think that's wit. So it's either step away from the tomb or else. Or sneak up and eavesdrop. We'll say step away from the tomb or else. So let's go test our might. A woman steps forward, foreign tattoos up her arms and across her face. You lost? She quips, snarling at your threat. Okay, so we're gonna test our might, which is 3. So 1, 2, 3. So a success, and we have 2 fates, which we can use Fateless to get 3 success, basically. So all right, so let's move the action cam a little bit. 3, boom. Gripping your weapons tightly, you meet her gaze squarely, never blinking. Her resolve withers, and the rest of your group panics. To arms, you fools. The Grolls, though few, turn to fight. As you suspected, these are the thieves you seek. Become emboldened, discard the persona token. So emboldened is a boon, and basically at the end of your turn, if there are no nearby enemies, you have to discard it. So you want to be using it when you're to fight. Basically, if you suffer damage or fear, discard the boon. When you attack, add 2 hits. So that will be put there for her. Discard the persona token. Your enemy shows no sign of mercy nor any inclination that they will accept the same in return. With malice in their eyes, they raise their weapons, ready to defend what they have stolen. Place 2 ruffians as indicated. You may attack the ruffians without spending an action. Alright, so they come in. Alright, so we've only used 1 action so far. In the game, you're allowed to use 2 actions. Travel, which is a move 2. Interact, which is an action which can surge or interact with a threat token. And then you have an attack. Those 3 different actions. So that same way you can attack without an action here. Defeat the ruffians. So, and I'm emboldened. So my staff uses agility. And if we get 2 successes, we can get a stun so they don't retaliate. We do have emboldened that's giving us 2 extra hits. So we'll do our test with our staff, doing 3. 1, 2, 3. So all fates. I'll use my 2 inspirations to convert. And then I'm doing with emboldened 2. My staff is doing 3 more. So we do a stun. And we apply it. So 1 ruffian gone. And it's done. So see you later, alligator. Now, because I strike, I can scout 1, which is into the hiding, which gives us guard. So yeah, we'll put that down as a prep. And I could move out. So I'm just gonna move out here, and because I'm nearby, I end my turn, and I still keep emboldened because I have enemies nearby. Then Legolas is gonna go. Legolas is gonna launch some arrows at him. So let's do that. My bow is agility. 1 success, 2 hits, 2 success, 5 hits. So doing 4 cards. So we got 1 success. We'll use 1 inspiration. To then, yeah, to do 5 because we're 2 successes. Kill. All right, remove 1 ruffian, and nearby hero gains 1. You are a nearby hero gains inspiration. Okay, I'll give that to Legolas, or yeah, Legolas will take it. Sudden movement draws your eye. To your surprise, a goblin breaks cover and sprints away, disappearing into a wall of brambles. You follow with haste and find, beyond a thicket, a wide valley dotted with few ruins, but no sign of the creature. Right, so 2-8. What? There it is. Okay. 209. Alright, just moving our action cam a little bit. Alright, let's see. 209B. It's gonna go. $200. Oh gosh, so that's gonna go. Okay, boom. 3 inspiration, 3 explorations. What has drawn such a creature here, far beyond the reach of any orc stronghold? Its armor bore resemblance of that of Mount Graham, but far to the north does that mountain stand. A dark alliance has been formed, indeed, for such a creature to be summoned here. You must find tracks leading to the enemy's lair. To continue, searching the surrounding area will yield clues and tracks you need. Tracks needed 3. So objective updated, find clues to locate hidden lair. Tracks needed 3. So that's the one thing, you always want to be focusing on the objectives and reading the lore to identify, does this sound like my objective? And that's what you usually want to focus on. So Legolas has one more action. So I think what we'll do. Two inspirations. Alright, I can move Legolas, travel, and go here to explore. One track leads through a corpse of ancient trees and a dilapidated hovel, apparently abandoned slumps nearby. So discard, gain one inspiration. Storm rages overhead. Place a threat token indicated. Alright, journey continues. That's gonna do it for me. Unless I probably want to use an inspiration to move here so I can deal with that next turn. And right, so we'll end turn here. Shadow deepens, though hope yet endures. Strength increases by 8. Rally phase. Go with Fateless. Oh, Resourceful should have procced off. Shoot. Then I would have... Okay, I'll just give myself an extra inspiration. On agility. Alright, I think Barvar will go first. We will figure out what this patch of mushrooms fill the area with intoxicating scent. Search. Testing my wit, which isn't great. Okay. So 1, 2. I will use my Fateless, which when you test, you may discard the skill to convert all fates to successes. So we pass it. You deduce that these mushrooms are not safe to eat. However, they make a very good healing poultice. You may discard 2 damage. If you discard no damage, gain 2 inspiration, then discard the search token. Alright. And then we'll do just travel here. And then we lose our embolden because there's no enemies. Alright, Legolas will tackle the threat token. Storm rages overhead, we interact. An ancient oak is consumed by flames after being struck by lightning. The flames spread to the surrounding underbrush, scorching your hands as you attempt to extinguish the blaze. So our might is only 2, so I don't think we're gonna pass this. Yeah, so we failed. We need Borivor to do it. Fail. We suffer 1 damage. So it's wariness. Flip this card face down. My cap is 4 damage. I think I'll use my ability. So I don't know if I've shown once per round. Once per round during your turn, you may spend 1 inspiration to move 1 space without provoking attacks. So we're going to do that, and we're going to go up here to search. Gentle hill rises above you, sloping up to a single high perch built in an old oak. A bandit king might make use of such a lookout perch, but so might anyone hunting bandits. So discard exploration, gain 1 inspiration. Another threat token. Storm rages overhead. High in a tree, you see a shouty platform crafted from old lumber. Vantage point might make it easier to spot signs of the thieves. Okay. Journey continues. So I haven't used my action. Let's climb. High in the tree, you see a shoddy platform crafted from old lumber. Let's try to climb this. Agility. So my agility test is 4. So 1 success. And I have hone agility, which is 2 success. And I guess I could just proc 2 fate tokens to get 4. Alright. Pulling yourself onto the rickety structure, you gain exceptional view of the area, gain 1 inspiration. Then discard. You cast your gaze deeper into the wild, perhaps the remaining thieves and their allies from Mount Graham are hiding in those hills. 304. Alright, so let me just Move that a bit. Alright, so this is going. Alright, so 304 is there. 30. That's the castle. Fort area. Alright, so that's gonna go into there. So I think I gotta have to twist this again. Probably like this. All right, there's our heroes. 101. That's gonna be. I think that's all the map tiles. You compare the information you have discovered with what you already know of the region. See no obvious signs of the lair. You begin to summarize where the lair may be and continue your hunt. Lore increased by 1. Tracks needed 2 more. Okay, so I got one more move. Let's go here, and we're gonna explore here. All right. Confirm. Actually, can I? It's probably better that spot. All right, so the spray of these waters keeps the banks damp and muddy, perfect for preserving footprints. Wheels gaining inspiration. Okay. There we go. Looking down a muddy ridge, you notice what may be tracks of the shore. The way down, however, is steep, slippery, bears no clear path. Hear a faint whickering sound on the breeze. It seems to be coming from the area. So that's not objective base. Right, that's gonna do it. We end a turn. Goes up by 10. From a nearby tree line, you hear the rabble of an unfamiliar bird. Then, without further warning, arrows whistle through the air around you. Each hero tests agility. Each hero who fails suffers 2 face-down damage. So, doing Barivore, agility is 3. So 2 successes, no face down. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 successes from Legolas. Alright, so we got an Orc, Marauder, Elite. Coming in way up here. Okay. It's a rally phase. Two, yeah, I think wait, no, we'll go Ways of the Old, this on the top, and then Legolas, Tireless, and this can go at the bottom, which is my weakness card. Alright, so what do we got here? A long sheep crops the grass with no signs of a larger herd around. Not really. I want to get these threat tokens out, so let's Ways of the Old, which will scout, move up 1 target, get inspiration, and then we're going to Storm Rages Overhead, search, do our action. Our might 3, so we draw 3, and I got 1. I can proc 2 of my fate tokens. So I pass. Finally, you're able to extinguish the hungry flames, and the forest is left mostly unscathed. The sky is angry and dark with storm clouds. Every so often, the thunder rolls through the area, followed by wind pushing back against your progress. This storm means your journey will be all the more difficult. However, they say adversity builds character, so perhaps this is an opportunity in disguise. I'll use my movement, travel, 1, 2, and then we explore here. So, leaves rustle and someone ducks into a dense thicket. You're on the trail of the bandits. Faint buzzing sound alerts you something amiss is in the area. The thicket sits quiet and still, its shifting shadows possibly concealing tracks within. Okay, so there's our objective. Right, that's all she can do. Legolas is gonna go. So Legolas. Yeah. Anyways, right there. Let's do our. Looking down a muddy ridge, you notice what may be tracks on the shore. The way down, however, steep, slippery, bears no clear path. Interact. Test my agility. You descend carefully, struggling to maintain your footing. Doing 4 cards. No successes. Oh, damn. Alright. Guess I'll just use 1 of my tokens. We'll try again. Suffer 1 face down damage, then discard this search token. You slip and tumble down, sliding across the tracks you were attempting to investigate. From atop a ridge, the footprints look large for a man, but you cannot be certain of that, nor of their course. Now they are gone. Oh no. So we just kind of failed that. Oh, I should have did more. All right, let's do one inspiration token to move here, and then let's try to storm rages overhead, interact. Storm is constant but not supernatural, just normal part of the cycle of chaos and order that is the natural world. It is difficult to accept that in the middle of such a violent storm, but the sooner you accept it, the sooner you can come to understanding the beauty of driving rain and flashing lightning. Gain 1 inspiration, then you turn, discard the threat token. Alright, so I've done... Okay, go. I've done 2 interactions. I haven't done a travel. Okay, go ask David. Go ask David. Okay. So I'm gonna discard Tireless, which at the end of your turn you may discard the skill to perform an action you have not performed. I haven't not traveled, so I'll travel and we'll explore this. An ancient oak presides over the stretch of hill land, and a rocky slope conceals a bear den. Discard exploration, taking gain 1 inspiration. A ring of Tosil has popped through the earth here. Journey continues. Yeah, I don't think that is... That's tracks. Alright, let's finish our move action. Go down here. And we'll end our phase. The orc cannot attack anything. Howling, a fierce war cry, the orc marches towards you. Move 2 spaces. Shadow deepens, though hope yet endures. Alright. Rally phase. So we'll put agility down and might will be at the bottom. Time and need. Put this on top. Okay. Action phase. So I guess we'll go Bearvar. Thicket sits quiet and still, its shifting shadow possibly concealing tracks within. Let's interact. Peering into the dark depths of the thicket, you find your eyes locked with another's. An orc's eyes, dark pits of contempt and hatred, gaze out at you. You have found an ally of the thieves. Test wisdom. Right. Doing 3. So I could do Fateless, discard it. 1 success and 2 fates, so 3 successes. You step into the thicket and the orc inside stumbles back, caught in the tangle of branches. With a flash of steel, it lashes out, then breaks away, leaving a hint as to the direction of the lair. It has dropped its knife, however, and you pick it up for inspection. The dark brittle metal is a cheap craft of Mount Graham. Why and how are these creatures so far from their vile and distant home? Lore increased by 1. Discard the search token. Tracks needed 1 more. With the clues gathered and the enemies you have faced, you begin to fear that this is no lair of exiles of lowlives. What you are closing in on is a stronghold of the enemy. Fledgling though it may be, your fears unfortunately have proved true. A darker purpose and master is being served here. Lore increased by 1. We just have to find the last track. All right, I will do a travel. 1, 2, and yeah, we're gonna be traveling, exploring this tile. Ruin has come to these structures. Somehow only the Commonwealth survives intact. Discard exploration token, gain inspiration. Storm rages overhead. Place a search token as indicated. Journey continues. Alright, so that's gonna be it for Beravor. Legolas. Faint buzzing sound alerts you something amiss in this area. I'll travel. 1, 2. Then use my ability, lose that inspiration to move here, and will interact with storm rages overhead. So let's do it. Search. Searching carefully in the dark tires your nerve to the utmost as every shadow threatens you with the unknown. Agility test. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 successes. We pass. You find an area of beautiful night blooming flowers thriving even in the wind and rain. Lore increased by 1, gain 1 inspiration, then discard token. You survive the worst of the storm. You feel stronger for it. Choose a hero to gain Gale Rock. Title, I'm going to prepare it. So, Gale Rock is a title. Before a hero in your space suffers any amount of fear, you may remove this skill from the adventure for that hero to gain an equal amount of inspiration instead. So I guess it has to be a... Yeah. I don't know, it's kind of a junky, clunky card, because in a 2-player game I have to be next to Legolas. That's gonna go on Beravor. Yeah, Beravor will take it. And it gets prepped. Or no, I'll put it on Legolas. Legolas will take it. Alright. And then I will actually Trailblaze. So I will sprint, gain 1 inspiration, move with Legolas, and then I'll proc into hiding. During your turn, if there are no enemies in your space, you may discard the skill for each hero in your space become hidden. We also get 4 inspirations. Our cap. We get some hidden. So hidden is going to, if you're attacked before test, prevent all damage and discard this boom. When you attack, you may discard the spoon to add 1 success. So we are both hidden. We end our turn. No target from the orc. And Howling and Fierce Warcry, the orc marches towards you. So he's nearby now. Okay. Shadow deepens, though hope yet endures. Start increased by 5. An elderly crow perched in the shadow of a dying elm watches you with malicious intelligence. Its incessant cries grow louder and shriller until it erupts into flight and streaks over your head, followed by the cries of more dangerous foes. 2 orc hunters. All right. So Legolas is going to. We're gonna reset. Ways of the Old. Weakness goes on the bottom. We'll put Lightfoot on top. Clever Wit. Okay. Yeah, I think Barbivore will go first. And I wonder what's over here. It's gotta be where the tracks are, right? Maybe I was supposed to go down to this search. I might have screwed myself because all right, let's Ways of the Old to sprint. We're gonna search. We're gonna scout 1, time of need, prep it, explore, find a boggy lowland. A rustle of movement draws your attention to the bulrush. Gain 1 inspiration. I'm at full. Oh no, this is not good. Okay, search. All right, let's interact. Test my might. My might is 3. So 1, 2, 3. So we use time and need, which is 4 fates. Converts it into 4 successes. Pushing aside tall reeds, you locate deep tracks in the mud. Items of armor, items of a more and a large shield have been cast off, discarded by desperate travelers as they sank into the bog. Their escape left a clear path, however, and you note the direction. Gain 1 inspiration. I'm out full. At last, you've located the hidden lair of your enemy, nestled in the old ruins. Faint silhouettes of orc sentries dot its high ruined towers, and you see more movement within. Aware of your nearness, they scramble to ready a defense for you. All that remains is to devise a way in without their notice before the defenses are prepared. Place a search token down there. Infiltrate the lair. With the knowledge of your destination, you observe outposts and patrols that until now were hidden from your notice. 3 ruffians. So this space is getting a little bit party here. That is a very party city. Okay, so I have one more action with her. We're gonna move into this last tile and end my turn. Legolas. I guess we can shoot this orc. Wait, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I have immortality. Yeah, let's go for it. So yeah, Legolas is going to do battle with this orc marauder, elite orc marauder. So let's do our test. Agility. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 successes, 1 fate. We'll use inspiration. And then we're doing 7 plus. I think that's. Yeah, I guess we're doing 7. It's huge. I have a lot of HP. Can't attack me. I'll attack it one more time. Alright. 1, 2, 3. So 1 success. 5. And I'll do 1 more inspiration. So 5 hits. But then he dies. We get another inspiration back. We kill the elite one. And then I'm going to use inspiration. Now I probably should just sit back here. But I have the Gale Winds though. No, we'll use inspiration to go onto the tile. So it's a big happy family here. And that is going to end my turn. So we're both hidden though. Can attack Barovor. So what happens is my hidden comes off, ignores the damage. But then I gotta test for fear. 1. My spirit is 3. So I get 2 successes. No damage. Attacks Legolas. My high hidden comes off. And I negate for 1 success. Okay, so nothing. Shadow deepens, though hope you endure. Soaring increases by 4. And can we win? Scout 2. Path Unseen will keep on top. This will go on bottom. Ancient Wisdom will trade with Gale Wind. Weakness goes on the bottom. Alright. So think what we're gonna do is this. Barovor will go. We're gonna attack the Orc Hunters. Agility's 3, so 1, 2, 3. I will use inspiration to get the 2 success to do 3 hits and a stun. Okay. Alright, so those bow guys are stunned. And I'll then attack these guys. So 3, 1, 2. Alright, 2 successes. I'll use a Hone Agility. So 3. So I'm doing 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I'm doing 5. this done. Oh, and we would have did my scout twice, which I'll just put these two down. Remove one ruffian, so one ruffian comes out. So they're both exhausted, which will give me Legolas to try to escape and win the mission. The enemy lair is hidden within an old ruin. All that remains is a device away in without their notice. So we interact, search, testing our wit, which is 3. We have clever wit as a prepared skill. 1, 2, 3. I will use my inspiration and clever wit. So it's doing 3. So 3 success. Patrols, though lacking in diligence, are surprisingly numerous and are not able to locate a way in. Okay. One more interaction. I will search again. Testing my wit. 1, 2. So 2 successes. I think I got this. Slipping past the last patrol, you find a way into the structure without raising an alarm. Heroes win. You have caught the bandits by surprise and will face the bandit leader on even footing in the next adventure. Lower increased by 2, each hero receives 4 experience. Alright. So that was a quick... Yeah, the games do go faster on lower player count. Going to the Thieves' Lair. We'll save and quit here. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.